I think we simply need to invite our American friends in that case and explain that major shifts are happening in Europe and that these are largely driven and carried out by broad political majorities.
Doesn't it worry you that an American security strategy is based on viewing Europe as a security threat because of migration, and that therefore one should support the forces that want to crack down on it? That is to say that one should support the Sweden Democrats? Doesn't that worry you?
That this is a completely current and up-to-date analysis of what is currently unfolding in Europe at this moment right now. I think we can clearly see that this phenomenon is evident both in Denmark and in Sweden. There is a very broad and strong consensus around the essential need for orderly migration policies, specifically to significantly reduce asylum immigration in order to effectively manage the complex process of integration, to actively break down segregation, and to comprehensively address the serious issue of organized crime that is partly and unfortunately connected to failed integration. So I think we simply need to invite our American friends in that case and explain that major shifts are happening in Europe and that these are largely driven and carried out by broad political majorities. I mean, Denmark has a social democratic government, Sweden has a center-right government. I believe that, and if you look at how we are working with these issues, we are probably among the most proactive in Europe. I also think that reflects the broad support that exists around this.
Have the Americans misunderstood what is happening in Europe?
It is truly in our collective interest to ensure and make certain that every single person who is involved, all countries and all actors in the world that we have an interest in interacting with should, so to speak, have as relevant and up-to-date a picture as possible of what is happening in our societies. And with that comes, I would say, a very broad consensus in the realization that migration policy, as it has been designed in recent decades, has led to consequences that we now have to deal with in a very proactive way, and that there is very broad political support for this. And that it is also possible to achieve an orderly migration policy and a strict approach both nationally and jointly in Europe in relation to asylum immigration. And at the same time to be able to create space to address the problems we have encountered in the form of segregation, lack of integration, organized crime and other issues.